Good morning and welcome back to another Money Wisdom sponsored by Johnson Brunetti. I'm Jalene Andrews. We are teaching you smart ways to manage your money, and joining us now with expert advice is Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner and senior partner at Johnson Brunetti. Eric, welcome back.
Thanks, Jalene. Good morning.
Good morning. Today's topic is making your money last. We'll talk about some of the financial challenges retirees might face and how they can plan ahead. Starting with this, our first bullet, responsibility falls on the individual for retirement income. What does that mean?
It means you need to save money. Now, if you're 65 and you didn't, that's a different conversation. There's still things you can do, but your retirement income is going to be Social Security, really important for everyone, whether it's a big part or a small part of your income. Do you have a pension? A lot of people don't. Some do. Big decision. Maybe you're going to work a little bit, part-time job in retirement, but your money is the single biggest thing to plan around your retirement. Not just do I have enough, which is super important. Is it working hard for you? And are you spending the right chunks of money at the right time when you're thinking about taxes?
Right. All right, next bullet is to plan for your savings to last 20 to 30 years more.
Yeah, people are living longer and longer. This is great. People are active longer and longer. And, you know, no one approaching retirement is really thinking, do I have enough money to live for 2 years? Because if you're not sure of that, like, you don't have enough money.
Right.
But it's, you know, and it is, I remember the first time I heard someone say, like, well, there's the go-go years and the slow-go years and the no-go year. And that is a real thing. People retire and I'm going to go to New Zealand, or I'm going to move, or I'm going to buy the car that I had when I was 16 that was awesome and I wanted again. You know, and then that kind of fades after 10 years and you spend less money, but inflation makes everything cost more money. So your money needs to keep working for you because you're not going to spend all of it in the first year. You got to plan to be around a long time, even if you're not. What about, you know, your loved ones, your wife, husband, whichever?
The last thing you want is to run out of money when you want to enjoy your time.
Yeah, and people, you know, you ask, let's say a parent, you know, we think about our kids, we don't want to end up dependent upon our kids. They want to maintain independence for life.
All right, and our last bullet here is that you need to get a well-structured retirement income plan.
You need a plan for spending your money. And people are like, well, I've never really had a plan. Well, you didn't really need a plan. You know, the saving for retirement plan is I have a bucket. I'm putting as much money into the bucket as possible, and hopefully you arrive at retirement with enough money in that bucket. But now you've got to turn that bucket into income, and that's different types of investments. You don't have to throw everything out that you have, but you probably want less risk. You probably want something that can grow long term. Well, Eric, I'm 65. Is that appropriate? Sure it is for some of your money. And you got to think about taxes. You know, it's such a huge part of the conversation, and this all gets into, do you have a plan? And the best time to get one, well, is now, but before you retire.
All right, no issues ever when there's a plan. Well, less issues at least.
A plan helps a lot because stuff is going to happen, and if you have a plan, you're like, okay, nothing's broken, I don't have to panic and make a mistake. But if you don't have a plan, everything seems like a disaster. Like, I got to fix this right now.
What I should say is it never hurts to have a plan.
It's always better to have a plan.
All right, tell us about this week's book offer.
So, will my money last as long as you do, as long as I do? And it gets people thinking about these things because very often, like, our whole world is retirement planning. I'm talking to people every day that are either retired or close to it. So they're pretty darn close to being done saving money. And it's, you know, I don't know if I want to tie things up. And I'm like, you're 62? I'm like, yeah, I'm 62. I'm like, you could live to be 100. Like, so you don't want to spend all your money today. You don't want to wait your whole life and never spend anything and die with as much money as possible. Like, that's not the goal, I would hope. So you can get this book at moneywisdomtv.com. It's absolutely free, and it'll get you thinking about, well, where do I even begin with a plan? And it's getting some education, getting some good advice, talking to different people. So moneywisdomtv.com, it'll get you thinking about fun stuff like retirement and can you do it?
All right, Eric, thank you as always for that important information. And again, you can visit moneywisdomtv.com for that free book offer. For CT Buzz, I'm Jalene Andrews. We'll see you next time.